Hello. Today I want to talk about the report, The Battle for Bavaria from the Institute for Strategic Dialogue, ISD, um, which I have introduced yesterday. I will link the video below so that you can find out who these people are. Um, it was quite a disappointment. There are 56 pages, and most of them are filled with pleather that says more about the mindset of the left and of the ISD than about the Bavarian state election. But it reads any copying, reproduction, or exploitation of the whole or any part of the document without prior written approval from the ISD is prohibited. So I will do it. First, there is no accountability. The authors of the report are not mentioned, but yesterday I looked into who they are, and it seems that the only German-speaking representative, at least from what I can tell from reading the names, most of them Muslims, some are Jewish, the only German-speaking representative seems to be Julia Ebner. So I assume, or I give credit to her without knowing for certain if she is the driving force behind it. The reason why they have to fill 56 pages with pleather is because they have no real tools. As it turns out, they have exactly one tool for the most public social media platform, which is Twitter. They have a good API, so you can write programs to scour that for whatever you're looking. And they were looking for who follows whom. So they are saying very straight up that they have absolutely no clue about the topic that they claim to be experts about. They have no real understanding of what's going on, where information is flowing. And quite frankly, to find something like this out is a tool in the shed of totalitarians. I don't want any group to know so much as to determine what information makes it through society from what actor to another. This is extreme, and their entire approach tells you that they are not on the side of Democrats. Yesterday I have introduced their idea of what constitutes extremism, and they had left a note in the glossa of this report, which gives you some insight of who they consider dangerous and what they were actually looking for with this one single tool, and the actors that they believe would threaten the Bavarian election. And they say a far right is a group or individual that exhibits at least 3 of the following 5 features: nationalism, racism, xenophobia, anti-democracy, and a strong state advocacy. And this comes quite as a surprise, because there are far more left-wing groups that would fit this description than conservative groups. I don't know any left-wing group at this point that is not utterly racist, and particularly against white people, quite frankly, and against Americans. I mean, the racism against America is obnoxious, particularly here in Europe, but it's all over the world. And the left, the socialists, are present all over the world. This is where they get their ammunition from, and this is why you hear leftists in America also arguing so viciously against their own country. It is the general mindset of the group that they belong to. What I was interested in when I opened the report was what foreign or whatever influencer they may identify, so that maybe I check them up, or maybe I like them, maybe I don't. But that was quite disappointing. Russia is indeed quite influential in our debates. They have 2 outlets, Sputnik and Russia Today, which swept a large portion of our population in favor of Vladimir Putin. This is because Germans are not used to debate, and they either trust one side completely or the other side completely. However, this effect diminished over time, and I believe this shows how strong the free market of ideas works. Redfish and In the Now. They are not partisan for the conservatives, says the report, and neither is Russia Today, but they were just in for causing division. And this is why the Russian stuff became popular in the first place. They are the only well-founded news sources that are oppositional or antithetical to the government speech. Having a different voice is seen by the ISD as just, stirring shit, causing division. And they have on their website division or polarization as a problem to tackle. They do not understand the very basic idea of democracy, that a journalist is actually supposed to criticize the government. If he is reporting what the government wants to hear, he is not a journalist, he is just a representative of the state. Outside these Russian sources, they have found one source of ideas or memes, I don't know, and that is Fortune. There is a subcategory crowd poll, and I can't really speak to this. Fortune, come on. Hardly any people are there, so this was not terribly influential. Then they mention Gap and Mainz, which they claim is overrun by nationalists and Nazis and so on. And VK, which is the Russian platform, but that's also dead. People were ushering others or each other to VK for some time because Facebook is obnoxious. But there is nobody to reach on VK, and the whole point of sweeping an election is to get people who wouldn't vote for you anyway already. So there is no point to speak about Fortune or VK. But later in the report, they also mentioned that they want to get rid of all these safe havens of right-wingers. So even stuff that doesn't get heard by anybody outside should be closed, because they cannot have different views. They are praising a number of censorship laws in various countries, also the NetzDG, which they call with the full name Netzwerkdurchsuchungsgesetz. And they are praising these censorship laws, and this tells me everything. But I did not want to read this report to learn more about the left, because at this point we all know how they are. They complain about a campaign warning of election fraud, because there was obviously some in the past. All to the detriment of the AfD. I remember one instance when they won seats after an election because recounting turned out different numbers from the original counting. So speaking about voter fraud, after having experienced real voter fraud, should be okay, but is criticized by them as undermining the trust in voting. They have included an interesting poll in the report. It says that 89% of all Germans believe that Donald Trump is the greatest threat to the world today. For comparison, only 13% believe that Vladimir Putin is one threat to the world today. And even though they include this number, they still believe that Germans are too much to the right, or that they are shifting too much to the conservative side. Once again, a KGB goon, Vladimir Putin, is considered less dangerous than a mainstream conservative who is even to the left of Margaret Thatcher, to the left of Benjamin Netanyahu, to the left of Ronald Reagan, and so on, is still more dangerous and more alien or whatever than Vladimir Putin. And they are, despite believing that a commie is safer than an ordinary conservative, the population is still accused of being too far right. That was it for today, and I'll see you soon. Bye.